High? Don't they say Mashiach Yahushua? Don't they say they're the children of Israel? Aren't they the disciples?
Also, they're playing us.
They playing us. They playing us.
That's great.
Yeah. So this is what we're looking at. They say, Mashiach Yahushua said in St. John 14:2, in my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again. And that's what we're waiting on. And receive you unto myself. That where I am, there ye may be also. See? That's why I go to 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter. 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter. It's prepared, y'all. That's why we got to get ourselves together. Look at 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter, the 52nd verse. For unto you, it's on page 24 in the pocketbook. It's on page 24. It says, this is 2nd Ezra 8 and 52. For unto you is paradise open. The tree of life is planted. See, the tree of life is planted. Remember the tree of life? You know about the tree of life, right? It says planted, right? In this new paradise. Go to Exodus, third chapter. No, Genesis, the 3rd chapter. Salakia. And look at verse 24. So he drove out the man, Adam, and the Adamites, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims, angels, and a flaming sword, which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. See? Because he told them they could eat of the tree of life. That's living forever. That's what we're working for, eternal life, right? But then he put these swords around it so that we want to eat of the tree of good and evil. That's why we got to come after these laws. Strenuous laws that you don't want to follow me. I gave you everlasting life as the Adamites. I gave you everlasting life. I want you to live forever. No, and don't mess with that tree over there of good and evil. Don't touch it. But what we do, we're going to go over there, we want to check out some evil. When all you need to be is righteous. He'll get rid of death and evil and all that. That's going to be gone. Forever and ever and ever, going to be cast into the lake of fire. The last thing he's going to get rid of is death. We're not going to have to die. Live forever. That's why you see, listen to what it's saying. So he put the swords around the angels to protect the tree of life. You see? Oh, you don't want to go through my son? You don't want to deal with him? Okay, well, make it so you can't get there. That's why most people don't see him. Mashiach Yahushua in the Old Testament. They don't see him here as a spirit, as an angel in the Old Testament. He's here. He didn't just come into the flesh and now we got to, like he says, in these last days, we got to, learn under him. He been the word of the Most High. From the beginning, we ain't powerful enough to go to the Most High. Come on, are you serious? People are got to be out of their mind. Do you realize the Most High is everything? He just said, I create evil. Oh, you coming to me? Oh, you think you'll step in front of me? He's a consuming fire, and the angels are trembling before him, and a big angel coming here, man, right now, man, shoot, we might all faint. He opened up his wings and, spread his wings like this, and whoo, do like this, and a wind, that's the wind from his wings, buddy. We might get blown over there, like, whoa, we out. They'll fall into a real big that happened. When they seen the angels, man, they fainted. They want to bow out and worship and say, no, don't worship me. I just came from trembling before the Most High. You see what I'm saying? The angels trembling before him. Here we are thinking we that powerful that we can deal with the Most High? No, man. No. That's another thing, man. Directly with him, without a mediator between us? No, I don't think so. That's why looking at it in 2 Corinthians 8 and 52, he said, for unto you is paradise open. The tree of life is planted. It's offered to us again. The time to come is prepared, see? The time to come is prepared. Remember he said, I'm going to prepare a place where he said it's prepared. Plenteousness is made ready. Whatever you desire, there's going to be plenty of it. Plenty of it. A city is building, New Jerusalem is building, and rest is allowed. Yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom. The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and the moth is hid from you. And corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. That's why everything that we see that can make you cry is going to be done away with. Everything that you see or go through that can make you sad, it's over. It's going to be over. No more, that part of the body, the tear duct, is not going to work no more. Forever and ever and ever. But we're going to have rest and we're going to be happy, joyful. This is what the kingdom is talking about, man. Sorrows, look, listen what it said next. Sorrows are past. And in the end it showed the treasure of immortality to live forever. Then he come back and say, and therefore, don't ask me no more questions. He say, ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't even ask me nothing about them that I'm going to kill. I'm going to get rid of them. Right? Do you hear what I just gave you? He said, do you hear what I just gave you? I just told you about paradise. He said, the heck with all of them that's going to perish. Get us second Ezra 9:22. I'll just right to the next page. It says, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. So let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. And let my grape be kept and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. So the Most High is laboring to make us perfect. So we got a kingdom, y'all. We have a kingdom that's prepared for us. You get Isaiah 14:1. He said, we will have rest. Isaiah 14:1, for the Most High will have mercy on Jacob. Mercy is not getting something that you do deserve. He's going to have mercy on Jacob. Remember it said he's going to get those that have not been judged, these other nations. He's going to have mercy on them. For the Most High will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. It's paradise. And the strangers, these other nations, outside from the 12 tribes of Israel, a Negro, Indian, Latino, is scattered among all nations. And the strangers, these other nations, shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. They'll be cleaving to us. And the people shall take them, we're going to take these other nations and bring them to their place. We're going to bring them to the place where they're going to be at. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Most High for service, men slaves and handmaids, women slaves. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. And we were pretty much under captivity under all these nations. So we're going to take them captives, whose captives we were. All these nations had us in captivity. They're going to go into captivity. That's what he's saying.
All at once, like different, like rulerships took thousands of years to accomplish, and like when things hit the fan, they're just going to all serve us like all at once.
They all going into captivity when Mashiach shall come back and judge and make war. That's part of the judgment that he's bringing forth.
Because we serve them.
Yeah, because they had us in captivity, says what it says. Saying the people is too, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. Wherever we're going to put them at. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Most High for servants and handmaids, men slaves and women slaves, and they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass in the day when this happened, when all these nations are in captivity under us, and it shall come to pass in the future, in that day, in the day that the Most High shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. That's when we're going to have rest from our sorrow. When these other nations are in captivity under us, the children of the 12 tribes of Israel, as it is written. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Most High shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. See? Revelation 13, 9 and 10. Just to show you that he was consoling John the Revelator on the island of Patmos. The Europeans had put him on the island of Patmos to die. And he was consoling them, telling him this. Revelation 13, 9 and 10. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And that's in the captivity, they go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. It's the patience and the faith of the saints. We got to believe this. Jeremiah 30 and 16. Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured. And all thine adversaries, all our enemies, every one of them. So if you want to save some of them, say every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee, they get ready to build a monument in New York for us as slaves starting the stock market. Yeah. That's spoiling us. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil. And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. See, for I will restore health unto thee, the children of Israel, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, said the Most High, because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after? Oh yeah. You have a reason to do all this. It's all here. Why it's going to happen? Because they have, every captivity that we was in, at least we knew who we were. They didn't take away our identity. They didn't take our identity.
So we just always chose to reject the Lord.
Say what?
So we just always chose to reject the Lord.
No. Look at Zechariah 1 and 15. It says, and I am very, Zechariah 1 and 15, which I'll get. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. They chilling, For I was but a little displeased, just a little displeased with Israel, and they helped forward the affliction. They took everything away from us. That's why you look at the main thing that, that we still having such a hard time in bringing our people back to the light, coming out of ignorance. We look at Psalm 83rd chapter, man. This is what they said in verse 4. All these nations, man, they have said, Psalm 83 and 4, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. While Hosea 4 and 6 says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Get that Hosea 4 and 6. So you can see what it is that they have done to us. And we all can relate, unless you're just in somewhere in some kind of fantasy land or somewhere. You're not in reality. But look what it says in Hosea 4:6. It says, my people, who are the 12 tribes of Israel, are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Remember they say going to take the name of Israel out of remembrance. That's out of your mind. So you won't know who you are. So say, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. That's why these preachers can't really be the ministers of the Most High. It says, saying thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, of your power. Can they teach you not out of the law? They allow the people to be the least in the kingdom of heaven. Because you have forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. As they will increase, so they sin against me. Therefore will I change their glory into shame. And our glory of the man is a woman. And our women are very shameful in this day and time. The way they carry themselves, the way they dress, things that they're doing.
Shameless.
Yeah, shameless, don't even care, you know. The way they act, you know, high-minded, you can't tell them nothing. Going back and forth with you. Yeah, yeah. Doing all kind of crazy stuff. World star. That's madness. Just what can we do? Oh, we gotta outdo them. You see what they did? Oh, we gotta outdo them, girl. I mean, they doing some crazy things now. Most High said the wicked are doing certain things that you don't even want to talk about. It's so wicked. He said we ain't supposed to be talking about it. It's so wicked. And that's real. You know, Israel had flavor to wickedness. They only be wicked, they be. Look at 1 Timothy. Go to 1 Timothy. Y'all all right? Y'all okay?
Yes.
Go to 1 Timothy, the first chapter. First Timothy 1. And let's start at verse 8. Well, start at verse 5. It says, now the end of the commandment is charity, which is love. Charity is love, out of a pure heart, and of a good conscience, and of faith unfeigned. That's genuine faith. Because you can follow the law, you have no faith, what good is it? Doesn't mean anything. From which some, having swerved, have turned aside unto vain janglings, desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say nor whereof they affirm. They don't really understand. They want to be teachers of the law. This book is the law. When you read Joshua 1 and 8, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou may be prosperous and have good success. Designed to be teachers of the law, understand neither what they say nor whereof they affirm. But we know that the law is good if a man use it lawfully. The law is good if you use it lawfully. Knowing this,
Q&A mode is on. Participants may now unmute themselves. Is on. Only organizers can be heard.
Verse 9. 1 Timothy 1 and 9. Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the unrighteous and for sinners, for unholy and profane, for murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers, for manslayers, for whoremongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind, men with men, for men stealers, see, for liars, for perjured persons, and if there be any other thing that is contrary to sound doctrine, according to the glorious gospel of the blessed power, which was committed to my trust. That you know, the people that are doing these things, that's what the law is for, to bring them out of that and let them be reborn.